Good morning. Happy Wednesday. So, um, I posted a video on YouTube about a text conversation I had between my mother and I. And I was just explaining like how I felt and the decision that I made in regards to how I felt, how I used that to just totally kind of change how I use that conversation to help me see how the decisions I've been making were based on that same kind of feeling of a need to know someone who like is showing me that they're enabled to do so. Because I found myself doing that recently, and I look back on like some patterns. And patterns, I mean like behavior. It was brought to my attention, instead of saying patterns, I need to say what I actually mean, because some people don't understand when I say it that way. So, based on the behavior, like the behavior that came from the exact same feeling, like if you feel something that feels familiar, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing, um, then what are you feeling in that moment? What behavior did you normally display during this time? You know, like when I was younger, if something didn't go my way, I was like, be mad, mad. Something didn't go my way. Um, but then as I got older, I realized, well, it's okay. The word no is okay. And it's better than okay. If you hear the word no from someone or an entity or anything, um, then no, K-N-O-W, that is there to protect you. So, and I had to learn that in a huge way, that is there to protect you. And looking back in hindsight is that best sight if you are unaware. Then once you become aware, you notice your behavior when you feel a certain way, and then you begin to do the opposite in that as you what I don't know. Maybe I'm high on life, if you know what I mean. You begin to do the opposite, make the opposite decision than what you would normally do, because it is a pattern. Behavior is a pattern if you are enabled to change those patterns, right? So it was basically said like, that didn't that seem kind of disrespectful to blast a conversation between your mother and I. So I thought about, well, if you weren't a relative, would you feel that way? For one. Um, Two, um, did you feel like it was an attack on her? Because it wasn't. It was about me making the choices that I made, and why I made those choices. And also, being that there are a lot of mothers as well as daughters as well as sons, um parent fathers, because we can't act as if there aren't fathers out there. So there are a lot of parents, grandparents, as well as children, grandchildren out there that need to know how to have a relationship with people that are unable to give what you feel like you need or want. And then what do? You have to allow them the space to be themselves and do give them what they need, while accepting that they are unable at this moment to give you what you need. Like, are you going to be mad at them? If you feel that being mad is the best option, then be mad. But how long will you live in that anger, that madness? Will it fester and rot you out? Or will you get mad in the moment, accept how you feel, and then you see what decision can you make that will not put you in survival mode where you're chasing someone, but you make a decision that respects your boundaries. Like, you deserve not to chase someone that doesn't know how to love you. You deserve to be around people that want to be there. So, I don't know if you hear that, but I don't even know what this is. But you deserve that. And you deserve the space, mental space, to be able to acknowledge, this is how I feel. That person did nothing wrong. And you're not doing anything wrong. But it's a two-way of respecting boundaries. It's a two-way thing. So, if for me, I had to actually say, I can't do this anymore. When you are ready, please come to me. No disrespect there. I did not curse at her. I wouldn't do that. I did not give her all capital letters. That would be like yelling. I did not do that. I respected the distance, because being the only person that's reaching out is a clear indication that this is not something that the other person wants. And if it's something that she wants or he wants or they want, then now I'm showing them that if you want it, you have to show me. Because actions and words need to align for the person to understand what you actually want, like your desires. It cannot be a one way of communication, because yeah. And I understand how that can be seen that way. That's just like working in a school. You can hear like groups getting together depending on the discipline, but that also depends on the mentality of the people that are talking. Like, what is your backstory? Are you saying this on purpose? Would you be okay if this were your child, or if that was you in that seat? It's all about the perspective in which you are coming from and how you feel when you're getting when you're getting to that conclusion. And that's okay. Allow the person the space to make whatever choice. So, you should watch the video, by the way. It was the last video I did. I think I did it on Sunday. But yeah, I understood where she was coming from is, do you feel like that's a little disrespectful towards your mom? No, because I am a mentor to a lot of children. And they're wondering, am I a bad person for not wanting to be around my mom or dad or my grandparents? No, sweetie, you are not. And how dare I say that as a mentor? How dare I say that? And like, it's happening within my own life, and I do not respect my own boundaries and speak up for myself. And like, I've been that child where you just feel like there's nothing you can say to this person that will show them that you love them. There's any and everything you do is going to be bad in their eyes, and you will never get another chance because you've made a mistake. So just imagine if you're that parent, because I have 3 beautiful daughters who are growing constantly and showing me that they are growing by, we all have to be accountable, like making us sit down and talk about what we need to be accountable for. And that's in making any decisions that we make. Like, so being that type of mother, I would like to be able to tell any parent, hey, if you have a child, just know that I'm sorry, my dogs are doing something. I don't know what they're doing, but they are, if you hear the noise. But being able to tell your child that it's okay to make a mistake, but being able to acknowledge that you've made those same mistakes too, and you understand how you were feeling in the moment when you came to that, making that decision. Now showing them, you don't have to continuously make that same decision. You can choose it. You can choose something different by acknowledging you feel how you feel in the moment when that decision arises. When those same choices have come about, it's like, oh, might be a different face, different situation, but same concept. But allowing them and showing them how to connect the dots begin at home with the parents. So, no, I do not feel like I disrespected her at all, because her text back to me telling me how old she is, for one, how old she is, and she doesn't have time for my bullshit. When I'm saying, I really want a relationship with you, but I basically don't know how anymore, because you said you want one too, and I'm chasing you, and it hurts me. So if my children came and told me that, then I would be like, I'm so sorry, baby. Mommy has some things that she needs to work on. And please come let me love on you, because I never ever want you to feel like you have to chase me for love and attention. That's what I want. I want my kids to know they don't have to chase anyone for anything. That not only does it live inside of you, but I am here so you don't have to go out anywhere else and chase it. Because that's essentially what I did throughout my teenage years as well as up to now. Like, I still see moments where I'm reaching out to people and reaching out to people when it's like, girl, just stop and let it flow when it flows, how it flows. But stop continuously chasing people for a relationship that they obviously do not want, no matter who it is. So, that was all I have to say on that. It has been 13 minutes. My daughters told me, Mommy, you need to learn how to cut these things shorter. So I'm working on it. I love you guys, and I hope that you have a beautiful day, because it is a beautiful day here in Georgia, and it's nice and chilly. Also, please, by all means, if you have any gently used clothing, warm clothes, coats, pants, jeans, a lot of my mentees need some things, as well as some of the single parents that I work with. They have babies, boys, girls, small, tall, slim, thick. Please send them to P.O. Box 1155, Lithia Springs, Georgia 30122 at One Mind at a Time, Inc. Mwah. Have a good day.